So the theme of this Advent season, especially on the Hallow app, if you haven't used Hallow yet, I highly recommend it, especially if you're trying to enrich your prayer life as a person of faith. So be still. It tells us to be still, find a time of silence, and just to use that time of silence to recollect and to recognize Christ in your life. We barely have that kind of moment nowadays, especially with all the distractions of the world. There's all these distractions that we sometimes lose focus on Christ in our lives, and sometimes it gets us off the rails, and we just get distracted and forget that if we don't have Christ in our hearts, we tend to feel like life is heavy, it gets negative, and sometimes we even go to a point where we get angry and blame God for all the stuff that's happening. Whereas, we forget that when we get distracted or we do things that are a distraction from focusing on Christ, we face the spiritual repercussions of what we go through. So that's when, I think Christ's mercy and His grace is so persistent in wanting us to be with Him. And, He gives us this moment of silence to realize that He is our Savior and that we need Him in our lives. And when we refocus on that love and His mercy for us, and with contrite hearts, if we put ourselves in that calmness, that quietness, and we just be still and let that disposition of letting Him in, it's then we can recognize Him in everything we do. So I hope you find that time to be still, to be calm, and that's why we have the Sabbath day or Sunday, especially a time for Mass. Sunday, God rested, right? Not just rest physically, but resting as in finding that time to be awed and inspired by God's creation and grace and beauty, finding Him in the Eucharist, especially for Mass, and also in all the people and moments that we experience. So hopefully you can recognize Him and just find that quiet time. Put yourself in a time where you can pray and just ask God to be a part of your life.